People are like, oh, this person's wealthy. Well, what does it mean to be wealthy? Is it just money? That's what everybody's told us. Oh, this person's wealthy. They're a billionaire, they're wealthy. But are they really, really wealthy? Or are they just a person that has money? But if you're in the rat race, it's the same loop and the same shit time and time again, day and day again. No wonder you live a life of misery, because you're not living your fullest potential. You're not living and being and having a life of abundance. You're merely a cog in the machine of life because you have surrendered to the dreams and ambitions of other men.
Someone has to look at him or herself and ask what or who they want to become. Like, what is the person in 3 years, and how do you want to look? Who want you to be? And I'm really curious. Like, when you were like 16 or 18, now you are like, how old are you?
28.
28. So 10 years ago, when you were like 18, who do you want to be? Like, what kind of person?
The best version of myself.
And who was that for you?
I have yet to tell you, brother. Mm-hmm. I'll let you know when I die. It's a work in progress. I can't tell you whether I'm successful or not now. I'll tell you on my deathbed. Yeah. Why? Because it's a progressive realization of yourself. You're consistently realizing that you can become better and better and better. Yeah. It's like going to one skyscraper and being able to see the surroundings versus seeing something from the floor level. You can't see what you can't see. Mm-hmm. So my goal is just to become better and better and better, not self-sabotage, not be a liar, not be a hypocrite, be authentic. And in the authenticity, I can climb levels, become better. And the more I can see, the clearer life becomes. So maybe in 10 years, my definition of success completely changes. Mm-hmm. Who knows, bro? And that's the beauty of life. Yeah, is everything changes consistently as you garner more information. So 10 years ago, I was like, dude, I just want to be free. Today, I'll tell you the same thing. I'm a free man, but I get to enjoy things pretty nicely. I get to build my character. I get to spend time reading. I get to spend time hanging out with you guys, hanging out with friends. I get to build businesses that are no longer based off of just money. I was talking with a buddy who drove me here, Alexander, and he was basically telling me, hey, like, what have you been working on the last 2 years? Like the same thing. I've been working on Capital Club, and to a lot of entrepreneurs, that's a shock because it's like, well, how's Capital Club making money? It's like, I don't have to make money every day. I've already made money. If all my life is built around making money, then I'm just like you mentioned, a rat in my own race. I do not want to be a fat rat in the race of life. It doesn't matter because I'm still a fucking rat. You know what I mean? So sometimes you do things for money. Sometimes you do them to get paid. Sometimes you do them for pleasure. Sometimes you do them for profit. Sometimes you do them for passion. And it's in the beauty of doing these things and evolving and experiencing different things of life that you get to become well-rounded. And my objective is to become the best version of myself. I don't know what the best version of myself is. I just know the sky's the limit.
Yeah. And when you ask those questions, right, like you're reflecting on yourself and you ask the questions, why I'm doing this, or why am I getting mad, or why am I feeling these emotions? A lot of times we have a lot of conversations about this. You can ask the question why, and you can have the answer, but then you have to do something with that answer. And when you have like a busy life, you have not a lot of energy left, not a lot of attention or time left. And to then like change your character because you ask a lot of why questions. So you know that you can become better, right? Maybe you want to quit smoking. Maybe you want to exercise more. Maybe you want to eat more healthier. But it's not always the time to do that, right? Or do you think that when you have the realization that you can do better, you have to do better? How do you think about that?
I think that there's a season in life for everything. There's a season for money. There's a season for fun. There's a season for hard work. You have to determine that season based on your goals, right? So for me, at some point, right, I realized that my health was more important than the money. Why? Because I began to understand what wealth was by definition. Wealth, people are like, oh, this person's wealthy. Well, what does it mean to be wealthy? What does it mean? Is it just money? That's what everybody's told us. Oh, this person's wealthy. They're a billionaire, they're wealthy. But are they really wealthy? Or are they just a person that has money? Wealth by definition, my friend, is not money, it's abundance. Abundance. Do you live an abundant life? Are you healthy? Do people love you? Do you love people? Do you walk around with joy and gratitude? Are you financially stable? Are you free? Do you have the ability to do what you want, wherever you want, however you want? This is wealth. Wealth is abundance. So if you're lacking in an area of your life to create true wealth, you should focus on those things. Right? So at some point, it's okay to make less money so you can spend more time developing your health. At some point, I was talking with a guy out of Singapore. We had a conversation for Capital Club, and he's done over $700 million in real estate development and has sold that, right? Like a fuck ton of money. And he said, people spend 20,000 hours developing their business skills, but they don't spend a single hour developing their family skills. Fact. And he's like, isn't that important? And I'm like, yeah, bro, it's fucking important. He's like, yeah, so I already put in my 20,000 hours in business. I'm going to spend 20,000 hours with my family to develop how to be a good husband and how to be a good father and how to be a good man. Why? Because he understands what wealth means, abundance. And it's in understanding these conversations and in speaking with different people that your goals begin to be realigned, right? That's the entire premise of playing the game. But if you're in the rat race, it's the same loop and the same shit time and time again, day and day again. No wonder you live a life of misery, because you're not living your fullest potential. You're not living and being and having a life of abundance. You're merely a cog in the machine of life because you have surrendered to the dreams and ambitions of other men.
Through social media pushed upon you, probably.
The system, brother.
So who's the person you look at saying they're truly wealthy in the way you describe it?
I don't know, because I don't know the intricacies of people's lives.
True, yeah.
All I can ask myself is, am I living authentically, and am I pursuing a life of well-rounded, balanced wealth? And right now I think I am. There's always areas to work on, but when we do a second podcast, I think you guys will be able to see some improvements on my end as well. So
cool. So what's your focus right now? Because you said everything is in a season usually. What season are you in at the moment?
I'm in the season of building Capital Club. You know, in 2019, I had gotten scammed, a pretty big scam, in an investment. It was almost $1 million, 900,000. And I was like, dang, you know, I'm a poor person with money. That's what I said. I was like, I got money, but I'm kind of stupid.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
You've seen those crypto guys. You know, they make some money, but they're dumb.
We've been to Dubai before.
They're all over, brother. They're in Miami as well. They're in LA.
Yeah, okay. Haven't been there yet, but we'll find out.
So there's this saying, if you make $1 million, you best become a millionaire. If not, you will lose it.
Yeah.
So I realized in 2019, I was a poor person with money. I had no network. I had no connections. I didn't really have much more than just money. And I said, if money's all I have, then I don't have much. And I know that may sound difficult for people that don't have money, because money is such an important thing. But once you have money, you need to be able to develop the skills to what? Maintain money. So in my bedroom, 2019, I launched Capital Club. Why? Because I wanted to create a network and an environment for me. What did I need as an entrepreneur? I haven't created Capital Club for other people. I created Capital Club knowing what I needed as an entrepreneur. And it just happens to resonate with everybody else, because guess what? We're all human. So maybe we need all similar things. We need good relationships, good networks, trusted mentors, trusted mentees, trusted peers, right? That you can be authentic with. I mean, Alexander's here watching from backstage. He's been to every Capital Club event. And the reason members continue coming back and back again is because there's an environment of authenticity, giving without expecting. And my entire premise was to create that. So I created that in 2019, and that's kind of what I've been working on for the last couple of years. But I was working on it from the elite perspective, right? The membership was $15,000. A very famous gamer just messaged me today to join Capital Club. His name's, I think it's pronounced Mongrel. And he's a big guy from FaZe Clan.
Okay, cool.
And he actually has made millions of dollars gaming. And he messaged me, he's like, hey, can I join Capital Club? That guy has $15,000 to join a yearly membership. And that guy makes a fuck ton of money. But on the other hand, what could I do for the person that's making $5,000 a month, that's making $10,000 a month, that's an aspiring entrepreneur?